Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time, you are welcome here, and if you are a returning subscriber, God bless you so much. So today we are making this open beaded back kimono jacket. So if this is what you are interested in learning, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. So this is the fabric we'll be using for today. We're using 2 yards of Ankara fabric. So you go ahead now and fold into 4 places because we are cutting the back and the front together. So you go ahead and take out the borders because we won't be needing them, and that is where our measurement is going to start from. Then go ahead and measure 3 inches for the neckline. There is no special cutouts or no curving here. Then for the armhole, just take out whatever you want. It depends on how big you want your hand to be. So to get the body, you measure whatever you get from your hip line. Whatever you get from your hip, you're just going to divide it by 4, then add 5 inches to it. 5 inches is for the allowance because this is not going to be a fitted jacket. Okay, so you go down from your shoulder by ½ inch to get your shoulder slope. Sorry, you can't really see this shoulder slope I was trying to mark out. Okay, so then what you are going to do next is, mind you, I'm using the full length of the Ankara fabric, which is 45 inches. Okay, so you just take out your measurement, and then from your neckline you're just going to mark down the 3 inches to the full length. And then go to your armhole, curve a little bit like this, and also mark it down to get your curve, and then you can cut out. So this is what we have after cutting. What we have here is 4 pieces, the same, just the same cutting. Okay, so what you are going to do next is you're going to bring just 2 of this fabric, 2 pieces of it. You just go to your sewing machine and just sew this particular part, which is the shoulder part. Just sew it. Do the same for the other side. Just sew. So this is what we have after sewing. Then you're just going to go ahead now and spread it, then hem just one side of the fabric, which is going to be the back side. Okay, you just go to your sewing machine like this and just fold a little like this and sew to the shoulder, not through. Okay, just sew to the shoulder. Do same for the other side. So this is what we have after sewing just one side of the Ankara fabric and leaving the other side, because that is where we are starting our band from. Okay, so what you are going to do next now is you bring in the 3 inches we cut out from the neckline, which is we're using it for the band. So you bring it in, and then you're just going to place the band right side to the wrong side of the main fabric. I hope you understand what I said. The band right side facing the wrong side of the fabric. So you go ahead to your sewing machine and sew. Now this place is very, very important. So when you get to this particular place, which is this shoulder, okay, remember we are not sewing down to the other parts, and don't also forget you to pin down with your affix pin. So you are just going to measure 6 inches from your shoulder. That's going to be the neckline for the back. 6 inches for the shoulder. Okay, so you go ahead now to the other side of the fabric and also turn the right side of the band to the wrong side of the Ankara fabric or to the jacket itself. So you just go ahead now and pin down so you will not make mistake after taking out that 6 inches for the back neckline. So you go ahead now and just sew down the same way for the other side. So this is what we have after sewing. As you can see, that is the 6 inches we left, and this is how it looks after sewing for the front line. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead now and match the band. Just go ahead and match the band to the male jacket. So this is the front. You just go ahead, pin down with your affix pin and then iron before sewing. The reason you are using this affix pin is so that you won't adjust from the original measurement. So this part is the neckline at the back. Okay, so you're just going to pin down like this. Remember, there is no any other attachment at the down part for the back neckline. So you're just going to match the band to each other like this. This is the reason you have to pin down and iron before going to your sewing machine. You pin it down like this, pin down all through to the other side, to the down part. So this is the back part, as you can see me illustrating here, and that is going to be the collar for the back and the front. Okay, so you just go and sew round with your sewing machine, and this is what we have after sewing round. This is the front part, and this is where the bead is going to start from. Okay, so you're just going to go ahead now and place your fabric right side together, and then we're just shaping this kimono jacket with just 1 inch. Okay, for the both side you just take it 1 inch to the down part. So this is what we have after sewing. What I did was I went ahead to turn the hand off camera and also the down part off camera. So this is what we have. So you're going to go ahead now after turning the down part. So for you to insert the drawstrings, okay, so you just go ahead and measure wherever you want it to get to. You can make it more than this or even lesser. Okay, so you go ahead now and just fold, and make sure to always use your affix pin. It's very important. It makes your work easy. So you go ahead now and pin down to that particular part you've marked out, and then you go over to your sewing machine and just sew. Don't also forget to do same for the other side. Just sew to that part you marked. So this is what we have after sewing the back. This is how it look at the right side, and this is how it look inside. Okay, so what you are going to do now, I also went off camera to sew these drawstrings, and you just go in now with your pin and insert the string like this. do not cut these strings at exact length of where you want your strings to get to. You can make it just 1 inch more. So you go ahead now to your sewing machine and just stitch like this, that part you've marked out. So this is what we have. After stitching, you can now drag because you already stitched it out. Remember, you are doing same for the both sides. So the next thing we are going to do now is to insert our bead at the back. So I came down by 1 inch from the neckline. That is where we are starting our bead from. And this particular first one, we are making it exactly the measurement we left, which is 6 inches. Okay, so I'm going to do another one to show you how you can insert the bead. So you go ahead now and also come down by 1 inch after the bead. Okay, so make sure you have your needle, thread, and also secure the edge part of the thread like this, and then just go in like this, secure, then insert your bead this way. Okay, so remember this second one is going to be a little bit higher than the first one because I want it to come down a little bit. So this is what we have. So as you can see, it's just 2 beads higher than the first one because I'm bringing it down like this. Feel like you want it more down, you can just go ahead and just add more to it. And then go in and tack. Remember, this is the essence of marking the 1 inch. Okay, so you go ahead now to where you've marked and secure the bead like this. Make sure you secure very well so it will not fall off. Secure this part very well. It's very important. So this first one is according to what we left out previously. Okay, so if you make it more than this, it means you are just adding to the neckline. Okay, so you're going to do same for everything. One inch down, or you can even make it more, depends on how spacious you want it to be. You can either make it 1 inch or 1.5 or even more. So I'm just going to go ahead now and do the rest off camera. So this is what I have after everything. This is how it look like now from start to finish. If you enjoy this video and you find it useful, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. So see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for staying till this time. Bye.